What's going on, boys? So, I'm kind of kicking myself because I really wish I would have made a lot of these videos back in college when I was feeling it in the moment. I talk a lot about the college thing and whatnot, and that's led me to this 9 to 5 and everything else. But, I was talking to a professor, and he said he was literally told to fail people. The college said only this many people can pass, so you're going to have to fail the rest. I could not believe what I was hearing. But at the same time, I actually can because I literally felt like they were trying to weed me out constantly. I got a 69.9 in one of the classes, and the dude said that he was not going to pass me. And mind you, this is the second time I was taking this class. And at that point, I mean, I don't know about you, but I think many people would have given up already. They've been like, this isn't worth my time. Like, seriously. And I was the kind of person that just kept going after it. Every day I'd keep showing up. Oh yeah, you want to try to fail me? I'm coming back again, and I'm gonna be back again, right? And that's how we did it. After a test, we'd always have these weird tests at like 9 p.m. So you'd have to go through the whole day, and then come back and take a 2.5 hour test. And like, okay, we come in, take the test, and then people would be huddling, saying, "Oh, what did you get for this answer? Who cares?" I quit like socializing with that kind of crowd because it was useless. Guys, we're gonna know the answers pretty soon. Why would you want to make yourself feel worse after a test? Going to bed that night, messing up your entire routine for the next day because you're all nervous because now you think you're gonna fail and your life is over. How about you just leave? So that's what I started doing. I just took the test and immediately left. Started listening to some good music, went on a bike ride for 30 minutes, clear my mind, and get ready for the next day. That's exactly how I did it. Every single time. And that was the only way I was able to pass it all. You're rewarded in public for what you practice in private. All the studying you did at night, for some people, going to the library was a thing. For me, studying at home was the best. I was trying to squeeze time. I had a bicycle, so I would just ride around everywhere and get everything done. But there were so many times where I would just have a soup for lunch. I don't feel like going and getting something to eat. And people would say, "Oh, I like to walk to class." Really? You like wasting time, is what you're telling me. So I was just trying to maximize my time and everything, and it was every single day we were studying something. I wasn't playing video games. I wasn't out partying. Okay, I could have cared less about any of that stuff. And to be quite honest with you, I only had a handful of friends in a school that had over 100,000 people with over hundreds of clubs that you can get involved in. So many distractions to keep you away from the truth. And what is the truth? For you to pass, and so you can actually have a real life. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I think college is a scam if you don't utilize it right. Like, if you're not going for engineering, for something in the STEM field, the medical field, or the lawyer field, you're wasting your time. Like so many of these people, I'm getting a history degree. Why? Are you that passionate about being a history teacher? If you are, great. Applaud. If not, what are you doing? You really are wasting your time. So, I don't know, I just want to make this video just sitting here real quick because I wouldn't be here if I hadn't have had that resilience to keep going in the face of failure every single time I would take a test. It was constant, bro. Like, I'd get out of the test. Wow, this guy over here didn't even study and he did so much better than me. Me, I've been studying for the last 2 weeks and I still just barely made it. Or I still failed it. Or I still had to retake the entire class. And, it kind of gets to your head a little bit. You're like, am I just dumb? Am I just not cut out for this? And especially if you've been in it 2-3 years. Because now you're like, well, I'm kind of committed. You're in debt all this. And, my parents didn't pay for my college. So I'm in this a lot. I'm up to here in water. Are we going to make this? I don't know. And so a lot of those thoughts kind of come up. And you really have to have good mental health for this. Or have a good support system. And so I had a lot of good friends. I had, daily prayer and everything, and it really did help get me through it. When I walked across the stage and I had the diploma in hand, I can honestly say this is the best I could have done. In the face of everything, I would just keep coming back day after day. And so that's my message to you, is to just keep coming back every single day until those people have had enough of you and they finally give you what you want. You know? There were some classes I had to drop, right? And then some I had to retake. Some I did really well on. And then I had a creative outlet. That was my trumpet. Okay, so I play in the band. I've been playing that since middle school. And so for me, it was always, somebody's got to have some sort of outlet, right? And so, sure, you could say that was a club, but it really was just a class with a few concerts here and there. And that was it. Not a big deal. And then I was trying to build a business on the side. I was doing Amazon FBA, drop shipping, retail arbitrage, some YouTube here and there. So I was busy, So I didn't have time to goof off and do dumb stuff, and here we are. I've always had that resilient mindset. I've never wanted to be just a poor person, and if that other person over there can do it, so can I. And that was the mindset I had. If this person can be successful, so can I. With a lot of hard work, with the right timing, with the right people around you, with a little bit of resilience and some sacrifice, like I always say, short term for the long term, right? I'm sacrificing hanging out with friends and wasting a weekend so I can be ready and focused on Monday for class. It never stopped for 5 years. And I really believe education is the key to getting you out of your situation if you're in a bad situation. I even know some of you 9-to-5 guys, corporate workers, maybe you really don't like your job there, I don't know. But learning a new skill is going to be the biggest thing. Being 1% better, right? Excellence in everything that you're doing, though, in this moment, because that's going to build your story to get you to that next level. It's going to build your character too. If we're not building up our character, what are we doing? We're just wallowing and drifting. Whichever way the wind blows, that's where we're going to go, right? Well, I feel like going this way today. Actually, let's go this way. And you've got to have your eyes on the mission. So let me know where you guys are thinking, what your missions are, and what kind of struggles you're going through. And yeah, it's kind of weird because today's Sunday, so it's a little bit more of a rest day for me. We're still doing things, but I can take a little bit more of a rest day than most of the week, which is something I really needed. I ended up taking a nap earlier, so that was really nice. And I usually don't take naps, so that's going to get me set up for tomorrow. So Sunday is we're making our approach in for the runway for Monday. So it's going to be good. But yeah, it just feels weird not going to the gym on the weekend because I've been doing that. But we're ready to hit it tomorrow with a push day. We're going to do some chests, triceps. Okay, everything's push, shoulders. And guys, if you started the gym this year and you've already quit, I need you to go back. I need you to take a look at the life again. Okay, we're not done yet. I know you guys think it may not be for you or whatnot. Okay. That means that your pain tolerance isn't, that means that the pain hasn't outweighed the gains yet. So, if you really want to change your life, I really believe that the gym is the biggest way. Now, when I first started back in college, it wasn't. It was just about improving who I was as a person and getting less shy. I literally was the shyest person you could have met. Now I feel like I'm the most, well, that's not really true, but I feel like I'm a lot more extroverted than I used to be, back in the day. Because I used to be such an introvert. I mean, my parents would describe me as like this shy boy and whatnot. And I mean, yeah, They weren't wrong. But when you look at old pictures of what I used to look like, there's no wonder that that's the way I used to act. It's easy to act like James Bond, bro, when you look like him. And so I feel like, we look a lot better now, so we can act more like that. But I did a lot of this work before I went to the gym as well. And so that's an interesting point because, back in college, I would just go and like talk to random strangers. That was building up my social skills, confidence levels. And a guy who was like super skinny, 160 pounds, 6'2", I felt like I had like a nice boy face and all this other things. So it's just the way it is. But, we built it up to where we are today, and I've been grinding ever since. So, yeah, you guys do the same and have a good week. All right. I'm super excited to see what we're going to do this week and what's going to happen. So always be looking forward to the next day. I know that sometimes people are like, oh, it's Monday. You got to find something positive in that Monday, and all of a sudden things are going to start changing for you because it's all your mindset. Start looking at things the better, like through a different lens. Otherwise, you're just going to see things negative. And that determines your whole perception of reality, really. It really does. I could say, oh, this light's in my face. I'm upset. Or I could say the light's giving me, a better complexion on my face, right? Like we want to be more of the light than the darkness. And so I don't know, it's just the way you view things. So many analogies in life. I'm even trying to get better on my own words and how I phrase things. Because, well, we all need to get better on something. So anyway, boys, if you made it this far, I really appreciate you. And take care. In a world full of fakeness and deception, I need you to keep dominating your realities and continue to become the man. And if you're a woman watching this, become the woman you're supposed to be as well. So see you in the next video, boys.